Welcome to Masterpiece Tarot. Here you'll find timeless messages to guide your soul's awakening. If you're here, trust. You're meant to be. You can show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. These all help support my mission of creating more peace and harmony on this earth at this time. This is a new channel, and so, every like and share and subscribe helps a lot. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm going to start today with a message from Spirit. This is an open message. We're just going to see what Spirit wants to tell us about. Alrighty, let's see here. Spirit, what is it that you would like to bring through for the collective today? A message of forgiveness. Alrighty, cool. Love it. Alright. A message of forgiveness. Alrighty, Spirit. What is it about forgiveness that you would like for the collective to be thinking about, be aware of, to know? What's going on here with forgiveness? What's going on with forgiveness, Spirit? Help us to see. Give us some insight, please, and thank you. All right, we've got a Nine of Pentacles. Single abundant person. This is the Pre-Empress card. We have an Emperor. This is the opportunity. We have a Queen of Pentacles. There's a challenge here with the Queen of Pentacles. There's something about the Queen of Pentacles energy that's challenging. There could be a barrier there as well. And the action is an Ace of Swords. All right. So maybe taking some inspired action, or perhaps something to do with the truth. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into this here. I think we'll use this little deck to clarify. Message of forgiveness. Okay. So tell us about this Nine of Pentacles. What's going on here with the Nine of Pentacles? Nine of Pentacles, Spirit, please and thank you. Let's cut this deck, though, actually. Oh, too many there, Spirit. Way too many. Well, we have a Sun card here right off the bat. This is all about optimism, happiness, illumination, warmth, innocence, even. A Queen of Swords. Okay. Now this is somebody who, this is an air sign, feminine or masculine, but this is somebody who is getting down to the bottom of things. She is cutting out what doesn't serve, and she is seeking the truth. She stands on the truth, and she won't accept anything but the truth here. Wow, and then we have a Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, the collective, this might resonate for you. This won't resonate for everybody. But what I'm seeing here is somebody who is kind of coming into their full potential here with the Ten of Pentacles in terms of abundance. It could be material wealth. It could be, it could just be abundance. Okay, it could be, a fulfillment in relationships, fulfillment in a home life. And there's something about this Nine of Pentacles where something has been illuminated. Things are very clear at this time. And the Queen of Swords is cutting out anything that is out of alignment with the truth as they see it, okay? Yeah, so this is somebody who may be in the process of leveling up in life, moving toward a relationship, moving toward, you know, their, could be an inheritance with that 10 of Pentacles. It could be a spiritual inheritance. It could be a monetary, you know, inheritance. So we have an opportunity with the Emperor. Tell us about this, Spirit. We have a 10 of Swords. We have Temperance. And Judgment. Wow. Okay. There is an opportunity. I think this Emperor is somebody in our 9 of Pentacles energy. Okay, I think it's a feminine energy here. Okay, we have a masculine energy here. Who's in her life or their life. And there is a sense of healing after betrayal. Now, this Emperor could have been, you know, responsible for putting these swords in her back. I see that she's done a tremendous amount of healing. I see here that she's healed, but, you know, there could be something here that's not all the way healed, because maybe the healing is this last pentacle after the 9 will complete the healing process for her. And so now we have this Emperor here in her energy who may be aware of the 10 Pentacles in the back. He may have contributed to the 10 of Pentacles in the back. But I think what's important is, yes, that is important. But because this card is in the opportunity position, I'm seeing that there is an opportunity for this Emperor to help bring healing, to help bring about this, you know, divine justice. I mean, this isn't so much about justice as it is about being called, but about awakening, about receiving some divine intervention or guidance. But I see this Emperor, okay, as standing in this energy of temperance and judgment. Okay, he is, regardless of what's happened in the past, he's getting to a point now where he is perhaps beginning to embody this earth angel energy. And it could, and here we see the angel again blowing the trumpet. Wake up, people. It's time to maybe acknowledge this and do something about it. He wants to help her, I think. He wants to help our 9 of Pentacles, is really what I'm seeing here. Now, that might require some healing on his part. He may need to forgive himself. Remember, this is a message of forgiveness. So there may be a need for him to forgive himself and to just give himself the time that he needs to, all right, release the past and step into this more angelic, more high vibrational state, this frequency, so that he can help sound this trumpet. And I see that a whole community is waiting, all right, for this to happen on some level. Now, why is the Queen of Pentacles in this challenge position? Those fell out. Let's take them. We have a Lovers and we have a 7 of Cups. And we have an 8 of Swords. This is a third person. This Queen of Pentacles, this could be a partner to the Emperor. This could be, you know, a lover of his. All right. But what I'm seeing is that there's this feeling of being trapped and imprisoned, and it could be because our Emperor has many choices, has many options, and it could be that our Emperor is right now looking at this Nine of Pentacles, and you know, it may not be so much about love. I mean, I think there's love there, definitely. Otherwise, why would he go to these lengths? But it might also just be about his moral code, okay? Feeling like he wants to help, he wants to do something to help this Empress complete this healing process. It may or may not be self-serving, but with the Judgment card here and the Temperance, I feel that it's more of a divine calling that he feels. It's more about love than like sex or something like that, okay? And this could be posing problems for our feminine earth sign who's in the Lovers with our Emperor, okay? Because perhaps she feels like she's one of many options. He needs to go and do something else at this time. Yeah. Now she could be feeling all trapped, imprisoned, and up in her head about this. She can free herself because this is self-limiting thoughts that have got her feeling like this. Because ultimately we're not really in control, right? There's kind of a divine order to things. And if an Emperor is being divinely guided to do something, okay, then that's just what it is. There's no arguing, there's no debating, it just is. Okay, and we even see an angel here. And if this Queen of Pentacles could see that she is also being divinely protected and led, it might actually help her to have some forgiveness for that Emperor. I'm kind of getting the feeling with this that she's maybe having some, you know, kind of thoughts perhaps about the Emperor that are uncouth, you know, kind of not so positive, and it's all mixed up. All right, there's probably a lot of thoughts. It feels a little bit illusionary, like delusional, or there are illusions. There are things that maybe this Queen of Pentacles isn't seeing clearly. You know, she could feel threatened. She could feel that whatever this Emperor is needing to do with our Nine of Pentacles somehow threatens or challenges the love that they share. It's leaving her feeling like this, like she can't figure out a way out of it. But she's also not seeing that she has options. She has a bunch of options here. Okay? Options in terms of how she's choosing to think about it, options in terms of who she decides to give her energy to. You know, options, lots of options. Now, tell us about the Ace of Swords. This is the action to take. What's going to happen here? What actions should these individuals be taking? I think we kind of figured out this Queen of Pentacles. Clearly there is a need to forgive both self and the Emperor. All right. But let's consider a bit here. We'll start with this signifier. Our main person here is this pre-Empress, this Nine of... Actually, the Nine of Pentacles is not pre-Empress, but the Ten of Pentacles, I believe, is. Which is funny, because I said that before the Ten of Pentacles came out. Anywho, alright. Alrighty, so now here we have a sense of stability. There's a sense of holding on to what you've got. This is the truth. Whatever is coming out here, this is a truth. There is a need, perhaps, to partner up. And a Knight of Swords. Yeah, alright. I think I'm getting the feeling that it might, I think what I'm seeing here, because we asked specifically about the Nine of Pentacles, and now we see a Knight of Swords, it might be in the interest of our feminine energy here to take action, perhaps to even communicate with the Emperor about where she's at, what's going on. So this might be you, collective. Okay, there might be a need to express where you're at, what you're going through. I'm seeing here that this might bring about a sense of stability. This might also help with your foundation, okay? Creating, I said stability, but it's more than just that. It's like the Emperor himself represents stability in a way, okay? He's sitting on a huge throne, and he has, you know, ascended into this position, or he's earned this position because of who he is. He embodies all four kings of the deck. And we have 4 pentacles here. So there's a sense of balance with this individual, and that he can draw from many domains, okay? This is about partnering up, partnership, building together, teamwork. And so I'm really getting the sense here that feminine might be, at this time, advised to consider being honest and open and truthful with the Emperor. And the same thing, exact same thing, could go for the Emperor. Okay? Like if the Emperor, his reasons might be a bit different. If he's sitting in regret and he's wanting to, I'm not going to say redeem himself, but, you know, sometimes we can think that everything comes from God, but we play a role too. We have free will. And if you create an intention to assist the divine in, you know, service of the highest good, it's perfectly fine to, you know, be honest about maybe a regret that you feel and really wanting to make something right. Okay? And so I see for the Emperor, these cards mean a similar thing. He might be the one that's coming in quickly to communicate, who's got an idea, who wants to share something important. Okay? Who's wanting and seeing a stable partnership. And I don't think either way is right or wrong. If there's a connection between these two, a genuine connection, I don't see any reason why it would have to be one or the other who is making moves here to maybe initiate a conversation. I'm really seeing the need for a spirit of openness and forgiveness here. Okay, I think both our feminine and the Emperor, and also our Queen of Wands here, there really needs to be a lot of self-forgiveness. There needs to be forgiveness of everything, and understanding that there's a larger scenario playing out here that is not just about self, but it's about community. We see this community here with the Judgment, and people are elevating, they're rising in this card because of the Emperor's perhaps actions. And we see too here that the idea is, you know, in seeking this truth, in that this is about partnering up. This is about creating cohesion within a community toward a shared goal for the community. And it doesn't matter if you're talking about your neighborhood, or you're talking about the country, or you're talking about the planet, right? Community, however you want to define it, collective. But that's what I'm seeing here in this energy. And let's get an oracle card or two, maybe three. Kind of see what wants to come out here. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Healthy pride. I love myself. Yeah, we can love ourselves because we can forgive ourselves. And when we forgive ourselves, it doesn't mean dismiss it. It means love yourself. That's the first action. Love yourself. You know, when I think about what it means to love myself, if I'm feeling that I've made a mistake or that I could have done something better, I imagine what would my ideal parent say to me? How would they encourage me? What would make me feel empowered to let it go and to like conceptualize myself in a way that's more loving, that forgives past mistakes. So it's not just dismissing it or distracting yourself from it, but it's really facing into whatever it is. Okay? I don't know how our our Nine of Pentacles got to this place. Okay, but there was likely a lot of self-forgiveness that had to happen along the way, releasing. A lot of it's about acknowledging and releasing. Some of it's about acknowledging and integrating energies into ourselves, transmuting energies. You know, if an emperor has put 10 swords in somebody's back, intentionally, unintentionally, there's something there to look at. But with this, I see myself in everyone. What we do to another, we do to ourselves. Okay, same goes for this this Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, holding somebody back, for example. All right, I don't see that that's what they're doing, but it could be because of all of these, it could be that, like I said, she said nasty things or is trying to use her words to challenge this emperor and what he feels he's being divinely guided to do. She does to herself, and it leaves her feeling trapped. So again, love yourself. There's a need to forgive yourself. Maybe you have been a huge bitch. I don't know. All right? But maybe that comes from a place of being hurt in the past or not being aware, not being conscious enough, or, being a little unconscious of why you're doing it. Maybe there are fears. Okay, parent yourself. Look at those. Okay, love yourself. What would your parents say if you told them exactly what's happening? What would your parents say? Would they say something about, letting people walk the path that they're meant to in life? Or would they say something like, no matter what you do, hold on to that person. I need you to control him. We need that. What would they say? Okay, and you decide where your own, like, who are you in relation to what that parent says? Okay, keep going until you get to a place that feels high vibrational, that feels like this mindset is one that I can love in myself. And you see how fast you will elevate. Love yourself. It's very simple. And see how fast. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So sometimes opportunities are in the material, but sometimes opportunities are, spiritual. Sometimes these tough cycles that we go through help us to grow spiritually. Sometimes they help us to grow emotionally. And sometimes they help us become more creative. So there's a lot to be grateful for if you can look at challenges as opportunities for growth. I think there's some science that's like giving gratitude every day is like extremely good for your mind, your being, your whole being, your brain. Like being grateful every single day, like letting that be a practice. Last one here. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And we're going to put this here with the Emperor and the Ten of Swords. All right, because if there's something that one might feel guilty for on this board here, it probably is this Ten of Swords more than anything else. Okay, that's a burden to bear, but it's also very transmutable. And there may be, you know, all different kinds of ways to transmute that energy. You know, the Emperor might not be helping this Nine of Pentacles directly. It may be more indirect. I think it's about holding an intention. Okay, it's about being grateful for the lessons. It's about cultivating higher vibrational thoughts, because, and you understand that they ripple out. All that stuff ripples out and it affects those around you and those beyond your immediate circle. Okay, yeah, that is your reading, collective. I really hope it was helpful, and we'll check you in the next one. Bye.